So, what has the Greenskins brought us?
Alright, so we have 2 units of Goblin Force Riders. We have 2 units of Orc Boar Boy Biggins, so lots of cav here. And those Spider Riders are actually the melee variety, not the ranged. So lots of poison melee damage. We have the Rusty Arrows and an additional 1 unit of Goblin Archers. We have, yes indeed, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5, maybe 6 units of Savage Orc Biggins. We also have, looks like 2 units? Yes, 2 units of 1 silver experienced Gobos. And for leadership, we have as the general a Orc War Boss with Wah, Stand Your Ground, and Potion of Toughness. And we also have 2 Goblin Big Bosses, each on their little spiders. We also, rounding it off for magic, we have a Night Goblin. He's bringing Itchy Nuisance, Scroll of Shielding, and Scroll of Power, as well as Sneaky Stabbing. So, I like this army. I like it.
Interesting not to see the Warbus in the air for the cheap terror and safety, but let's see if Migsa's brought anything to counter it. So, for the Beastmen, we got 3 units of Harpies, 3 units of Razorgore Herds, 2 Chariots, we got 2 Spearmen, actually 4 Spearmen, and 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Gore Herds with 2 ranks and 1 rank of Veterancy. We got 1 Gore Bull with Foe Seeker, and for the leadership, the Lord, we got Malagor, the Dark Omen, with Savage, Dominion, and Devolve, and his minus leadership aura. So, actually a pretty interesting army from Migsa. We'll see if it holds up. I think the Greenskins kind of did what we sort of expected them to do.
Yep. Oh, look at this chariot charge.
Oh. And already going through.
Yeah, 5 big guns and 1 regular. And he went straight for the regular. Very good target. And he's trying to get into the back lines, but...
Yeah, I think he just straight up wants to go onto the archer, but he's kind of watching out for the cavalry so it doesn't just straight up catch him.
Indeed.
And oh, in the back line of the Savage Orcs it goes. Doing some decent damage, and now they're going to be engaged. We see the Gorbull going straight for the Orc War Boss, and Malagor just hanging back for now.
Indeed, also these Harpies in the air were trying to target a possible Azag up in the air. But right now they're looking a little bit embarrassed, not quite sure what to do.
Yeah, and oh, the War Boss is actually taking heavy damage already.
He is.
He kind of wants to get away from this Gorbull. He's taking a lot of damage here. The big bosses are coming in to help him, and we're gonna see a debuff here, but Malagor is just kind of running around on the edge, and he's casting a spell. It looks like a Cygor is gonna be summoned. Yes, the Cygor has been summoned.
This Night Goblin Shaman again is routing, and it looks like a lot of missed micro on both sides. A lot of the cav in the back is not being utilized completely effectively. The chariots are being used to great effect, but they're getting hurt pretty badly.
Yeah, they are taking quite a bit of damage. On the right side, we just have a lot of Greenskins that will eventually break the Beastman's right flank, but they're just holding. We got a efficient Razorgore Herd units that's still fully health. That's probably going to come in down.
Oh, and
the Gorbull has taken quite a bit of damage, but it looks like the Beastmen are slowly winning the center battle.
Yeah, they are. They're pushing straight through into the back lines. And this is not looking very good for the Greenskins.
Yeah, Greenskins are sort of wavering. They're not really sure how to deal with the Psycho and the Terror. And at the same time, the War Boss is routed and it's being chased down by Harpies, though he's desperately trying to save it with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, but it looks like he just turned around and the Harpies routed. So his Orc War Boss returned, and now it's gonna start healing.
Some more chariot hits, and also all of the leadership is routing for the Greenskins except for the general. Those 2 big bosses are being chased off. The Goblin Shaman just came back, and the Greenskins are having some success on the left, but the right flank is totally the domain of the Beastmen right now.
Yeah, if Greenskins can do anything, they have to sort of regroup their units around here, because they are slowly potentially getting back into it. We're gonna see the Psycho throw a rock. Is it gonna hit anything? And oh, just short of it.
That Gorbull is getting out of there from those Savage Orcs and running right past the big ones. And you are right, they are trying to regroup over here. But again, right in the middle of a Cygor, not a Gorbull, not the best idea.
Yeah, the Gorbel is gonna do some damage. I think he's trying to get him out and stay safe with him. And at the same time, the Beastmen are sort of regrouping. I think he's just making sure to push out the rest of this. The Cygor is currently staying in the... currently staying on artillery mode. The problem, of course, is that the Cygor dies over time. So eventually it's just gonna die.
Check out this other flank. It looks like Malagor's over here doing some devolve against these last remaining units that are being slightly mismicroed, and he's just swarming them with his really cheap Ungor spears, and he's doing very, very well here.
Yeah, they're pretty much gonna be gone, and then he's probably gonna try and regroup it all to push it over onto the Orcs' leadership. The thing is, the Orcs may slowly be crawling back into this game as long as they keep their leader safe, but there's not a lot of melee infantry backup, so if that Cygor can stay alive... Oh, that was a good rock. If that Cygor can stay alive and soon get into melee, he might be able to do some more terror. And I think he needs to.
Also, look at this. The very important Rusty Hour is just getting mobbed by these Harpies. On the bright side for the Greenskins, though, this Gorbel is routing, so that's very nice. But those Cygor hits, man, doing quite a bit of work now, even though he's not at the best angle.
Yeah, and now he just missed, but if he can get like another big hit on a cluster of Savage Orcs, it's gonna be very nice. And oh, a nice Devolve coming down, doing some plentiful of damage. And let's see if the Cygor can hit. Oh, no. But Beastman is regrouping his units on top of the hill, and he has some healthy infantry. It's not too healthy, but it should be okay. And Malagor, he's fine himself. He's gonna quickly try and remove these units. And he still looks like he's pretty much in the lead because the Savage Orcs all routed for the Greenskins, and he pretty much has no infantry left.
Indeed, yeah. Just mass routed. Not quite sure what happened there. But again, Malagor has to be very careful. If he gets taken down, this battle could swing very quickly.
Yeah, I think he needs to try to get rid of the Cygor, but he doesn't really have anything to charge it with. It's dying over time, but he needs to kill Malagor, but Malagor is probably gonna be surrounded and protected by the infantry. And oh, looks like the Cygor is ready to go in melee. It's dying slowly. At this point, Greenskins might just run from it, but oh, that's a big boss.
Ooh.
Just missed.
Oh, that
Can
charge.
He hit the war boss?
And there it goes. Also,
now,
it looks like one unit of Harpies in the back is just keeping the rest of the Greenskins from coming back. Very effective.
Very efficient play indeed. These Harpies are just moving in to occupy the Greenskins leadership, and now the rest of the units are coming in. And we'll see if Migsa can pull this off just by overrunning him with infantry units here. Malagor is getting in there with his leadership aura, minus leadership aura, so we'll see if that's going to be enough.
Each nuisance will go down, making it a lot harder for the Beastmen to get hits on. Also, these cycle charges with the Razorgore and the Chariots may do some work. We're seeing some slight routing off of the Shaman, but the melee leadership is doing pretty well.
Oh, that Chariot actually did decent damage to that big boss, and if the big boss routes, then the war boss is going to be all alone, and I don't think he'll do it, because Malagor, still a decent melee fighter with 375 regular damage. He's not bad, and if he's protected while... Oh, he just took a large hit there, but he is doing some punishment back.
Also, check out these Savage Orcs coming to save their leader. They're probably not going to make it, but valiant.
Oh, they're trying. Oh, he's sending the spearman back. Oh, and now he's pulling out Malagor because he wants to deal with the Savage Orcs first. Very clever play here, just occupying these units, dealing with the Savage Orcs so they don't stab him in the back, and Malagor going back in.
Yeah, stabbing him in the back could have been a very dangerous play, but looks like the Orc Warboss is taking a lot of damage, and looks like he's going to shatter.
And there you have it, Beastmen taking the first game in a very good and close battle. That was actually a really, really good, impressive game.
I agree. That was a very good game. I really enjoyed it. A lot of really cool micro. I like the Savage Orc line, and it's nice to see it lose sometimes.
Yeah, I know Migsa plays a lot of Beastmen, which is why I love watching him. And ODM Slayer, I think he had the right idea. I just think he maybe his micro was a little poor on the side, so he wasn't sure where he wanted to push through. It seemed like he just had a fine front line, but he had no idea where he wanted to push through and break the enemy, and because of that he didn't really push through, and he ended up getting broken himself.
Yeah, I agree. I think the battle happened a little bit too quickly for Slayer, And yeah, you're right. He was putting units in the wrong spot because I think it happened too quickly. But what do you expect when you play in the Beastmen?
Indeed. I think taking Malagor was an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Because you could just have taken Morgul and taken a cheap Wild Lord, but at the same time you saw that he could afford 3 Harpies, 3 Razorgore herds, 2 Chariots, and still have a decent front line. So just relying on the front line and cavalry monster units rather than the typical hero squad from Beastmen, it's quite nice to see.
Yeah, I'm actually very impressed that that front line did so good as it did, because he had a lot of support in those 2 Chariots and 3 Razorgores, but like his front line still managed to crack the middle of the Greenskins. Very impressive.
Indeed.